Obey the weapon. Weapon. Master of puppets is pulling your strings, twisting your minds and smashing your dreams. Blinded by me, you can't see a thing. Just call my name cause I hear you scream. Weapon. Weapon. Just call my name cause I hear you scream. Weapon. Weapon. That's for you, man. Weapon. Weapon.
It's not exactly a sing-along tune, though, is it? Let's be
No,
honest.
but I'll tell you the story with that, right? When we train, right, he'll play music in the background, always,
which
in
is
his
pretty
studio,
normal.
which is normal. Yeah. But it will play some weird fucking shit. One day we're playing Rammstein. So his other clients were walking in and they'll be hearing like, du hast,
like,
Mitch.
what the fuck is this?
And they were, what the fuck is this, mate?
Yeah, but that's
just another reason why we
That's what you
offend
like
people.
to listen to, man. I ask all my clients,
what do you want?
What do you feel like listening to?
If you want to
today?
listen to Enya, that's fine.
You
too.
can listen to Enya.
Sail away, sail away, sail
on the rowing machine.
Probably not
on
great.
the rowing machine.
Sail away on a that's
off.
appropriate. Doing a really heavy set of deadlifts probably isn't appropriate.
No, but I'll tell you, we one day, I don't know why, it was like a random Spotify playlist, and Master of Puppets was on, and I started like ad-libbing to it, remember?
Yeah.
And
we
I'm
ad-libbed this song.
that's where I was like, weapon, weapon, obey the... And so he took it and ran with it. So he's running around the studio going, weapon, obey the weapon.
Yes.
That's it. That's how it works. I'm going to introduce the Bullshit Podcast.
Yep.
This is episode 12.1, Captain's Log, fucking Stardate Log, or whatever it is. I'm over it. I'm over numbering the fucking episodes. I've got to be honest with it.
You don't know how many you got?
No, because he won't let me number them. He's a fuck.
Why?
Well, because you never quite know what sequence, because oftentimes we'll record two back to back.
So it's always episode 12.
You'll put 13 before...
Yeah, just depending on what happens.
Yeah.
That's so our dedicated listeners don't have to listen to the same person.
So we're always
back to back.
episode 12 now. And so I now say Captain's Log Stardate 12.1.5, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
The USS Invert the Y is orbiting another planet of bullshit of retrodom and everything else that's fucking nerdness. But I've got a very, very special guest here today. Apart from Jason Relaxation, the fuck.
I'm not a guest, I live here.
You live here in Mum's basement. We've got the weapon, better known as Mark, the Weapon Solomon.
Yes.
A very, very good friend of mine. How are you, man? Thank you for coming in.
Good, man. I'm all good.
Appreciate it.
No worries whatsoever. Anytime.
Just
be careful what you wish for.
Be careful what you fucking wish for.
I don't mind. It's all good.
And don't be afraid.
See how today goes.
Yeah, we'll fucking probably last 5 minutes or we'll be out of here. Mate, don't be afraid to say your favourite word because he's got a Super Mario sound for that.
Okay.
Yep, you can say...
That's it. He fucks himself. And you know what the best bit is? He says to me, like, I'll get home and he'll go, oh man, I've got to do a lot of work editing it because, you know...
I'm prepared today.
I did this, I did that. We said the C word a lot of the times, you know what I mean? And I'll be like, well, you fucking did yourself in, man. You know what I mean? For the benefit of the viewers, Weapon.
Yes.
Do you want to just give us a bit of a background as to who and what you do? Because it's quite interesting, your field. We feel it is. That's what we asked if you could come in.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it. It's not just a fucking job.
Yeah, and I want to pick your brains on what sets you apart from the others that are in your industry.
Personal trainers.
Yes, the PTs.
The PTs.
The suppressive personalities.
That's SP.
No,
anyway.
we'll get into that, but just give us a bit of a background as to what you do and what your business is.
Okay.
Because you've got a studio.
Sure do. Run it with my girlfriend. It's a movement and yoga studio down in Emu Plains, and basically I started as a PT 16 years ago.
Did you have a shirt that said trainer on the back?
Someone bought me a shirt.
What a prick! Who was that?
Personal trainer on the back. I was very jealous that I didn't have a shirt with personal trainer written on the back. I've never had one of them. Actually, I think I did when I worked for the big chain. All right, but not.
We won't mention the names.
Well, they'll probably slip out, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll fuck them.
Yeah, that's all right. But I finally got a personal training shirt.
Do you know what happened with that?
Given to me by someone.
Yeah, just pause that for a sec. You know what happened? I was in the city one day. And I was at Central Station or somewhere like that in the city, and I saw all of these other personal trainers walking around, and they had personal trainer t-shirts on, and I couldn't fucking resist. So I texted the Weapon and I said, listen here, man, how come you don't have a fucking personal trainer shirt on? And he went on a rampage. He was like, I'm better than those fucking oh, fuck this, fuck you, fuck off. And then that happened to be that night I had a session with him, right? And I went into his studio and he goes, you fucking think you're fucking better than all these fucking pricks, fuck you.
Did I actually say that, did I?
Yeah, you did, you went off. And I couldn't resist because then I looked up on eBay, I found a personal trainer t-shirt for $40. And I bought it for him.
So even shirts in that industry are expensive.
Exactly. And I bought it for him.
Everything is expensive in our bullshit industry.
That's right.
That's right.
And I bought it for him,
yeah.
and he put it on his fucking chair in his office for like a year or two. And it was just draping over his chair, you know. And every now and again he'd put it on, but
It was a bit big for me.
yeah, he didn't like it. I think I got him a medium or something like this.
Yeah,
and
but
he
a
likes-
medium made in America is like a fucking extra large here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's all right. It's
Well, when
draped over my chair at work.
The new one, is it still in the new? Is it the new studio?
It's at home at the moment. I don't have a chair where I actually sit on. I don't sit at all.
No, he doesn't sit.
There's
Doesn't.
no sitting.
So
It's just
sorry, go
walking,
back.
standing.
Go back to who and what you do.
Who and what I do. Okay. Yeah, so I have a movement and lifestyle and yoga studio in Emu Plains. Yeah, where it all started was probably 16 years ago, 15, 16 years ago. I worked for a large chain there as a personal trainer. And, yeah, I suppose coming straight out of college, didn't really know shit. And you get to fuck around with people's bodies when you know fuck all. Basically, that's how it goes. And truly, like your clients are your guinea pigs for the first maybe 5 years of your actual training life until you start getting a bit of an idea. If you last that long in the industry, I should say 5 years is a long time.
Sorry, can we define what the industry is?
The industry, the fitness industry.
So
I've melded into two industries now. I try and bring the health industry and the fitness industry together. They are two separate industries. So you've got the health industry and the fitness industry. It's not the health and fitness.
So if I rock up to a gym,
Yep.
any old gym,
Yep.
and I see someone behind the counter and I say, I want a personal trainer or a
Yep.
PT, that's the fitness industry
That's
in
the
your
fitness industry.
definition.
Yes, that's the fitness industry.
Okay.
Yes.
And you've diversified from that traditional model.
I've kind of, I've educated myself in other modalities, so to speak, lifestyle coaching, nutrition, proper certifications, you know what I mean?
Do you so you refer to yourself more as a lifestyle coach?
Yeah, I'd say I'm more of a movement and lifestyle coach these days. So I've gotten out of the whole... I'll still do fitness, you know what I mean? But I'm focusing more on quality of movement, strength, lifestyle, adjustment, and I don't know, really trying to work with people to be better, not just fitter, you know what I mean? Like in all aspects of their life. Mental, emotional, spiritual, physical. Yeah.
Because
Try
you
and help
used to
people
say
in all
to
those
me,
realms.
because you used to say to me, as like when I first started seeing you, you'd be like, well, that's great that you can lift, like, I don't know, 60 kilos with this particular weight or whatever it is that you're doing. That's fucking great. But look at your posture.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at the way you walk.
Yeah.
Look at your flexibility. You can't touch your
There's
toes.
many facets that come into being a fully functional human being rather than just lifting weights.
So what sets you apart from the others of the industry, right? Where I walked in, so when I walked in just recently, I came back to the fold and became your best client ever.
You did for a week.
And then I fucking fell off the wagon again.
That's right.
Oh, I can't help myself.
That's all right.
But when you walk in off the street and you said to me, all right, well, let's have a look at your posture. Let's have a look at your movement. Let's have a look at your
lifestyle.
Let's
diet,
talk to me about your current situation with your health.
Yep.
Let's talk about, what you do with
your work at the current time when we used to.
Yeah. So you look at all of
Fucking
that.
loved your work.
Yeah, I
didn't you?
fucking loved it. Fuck
That
the,
was-
He's still,
stress.
mate, he still rants about
had
it.
to
fuck the corporate world.
You had to get cancer to get away from the fucking thing. God gave you a blessing to get out of fucking
I know he did.
the corporate world, mate.
He
That's
fucking
right.
did.
That's
God
right. You
bless
got
him.
out.
God bless God. That's beautiful.
God bless him.
That's right.
So you do all of that, but the traditional PT
Yep.
and the traditional gym,
Yep.
wouldn't do that. Is that what you're saying?
Well, as I said, when you first come out, you're very limited. You know a little bit, given a little bit of direction by the say the fitness institutes or whatever that educate you.
And you did all of that training.
Yeah, I did. I'm a certified personal trainer, but that's basically just a starting point. So you don't really have a lot of knowledge to begin with. But yeah, I don't know. You just have to educate yourself. You just at the large chain that I did work at, they had really good in-house training. They had a really good in-house. So you still had to pay for it, but you'd go and learn from a really great trainer. He's actually a mentor of mine as well. Still to this day, I still look up to him. But yeah, it takes a lot of dedication, man, to get to where I currently have gotten to.
Yeah, every time I talk to you saying to me, I've done another course, I've gone to see another guy up in Queensland, or I've gone out interstate.
Adelaide, or I've gone over
and
WA or something. You got to travel to find the best people in the world, man. Like if you have to have people that you look up to and you admire and have trodden the path that you want to actually go down. You pay a fair. But the thing is, you know what I mean? Like, I don't look at it as, I love going away and learning from these people. I love being in their presence. I love learning from their I suppose their life, what they've gone through in their life.
But you know what? When I was in the corporate world, I was so envious of you because you were like one of the very few people I knew. And I'm not, pissing in your bucket or whatever they say. Pocket or bucket. Fuck, you got a bucket because you're a fucking beast. You don't have the fucking pockets, you know what I mean? But you'd be one of the few people I know that love what they did.
Yep.
And was actually looking, and still does, and was looking for even more knowledge to try and say, you know what, I know there's better things out there to do in terms of technique or to teach my
to improve
clients.
My life and improve your life. Like I actually have to go and learn this, apply it to my life, all right, see how it works, and then I come from a place of wisdom in order to teach you guys. I'm not going to go and do something and then just tell you to fucking do it.
Yep.
I've got to actually practice it first and see if it's actually applicable and actually user-friendly in people's lives. Because people have these theories and whatever, but they're not practical. You know what I mean?
Is it so? We'll get to this, but is that your beef with the health industry?
The
fitness industry, sorry. Is that your beef with them?
With any industry, really, it kind of comes down to money. At the end of the day, you follow the yellow brick road, and you're always going to get to money at the end of the day. And yes, you have to have money to survive today. Okay, I understand that. But training and health is pretty simple, really. You know what I mean? There's only a certain amount of movements the human body makes, and there's only certain types of foods that we should probably consume as well. You know what I mean? It's just, there's a lot of confusion around the fitness industry, a lot of confusion around the health industry. But you look at most things and it comes back to the dollar. You know what I mean? People trying to sell you fucking something. And you're just confused. Like the general public is so confused about what to do. They got nowhere to start.
Yep.
And then they go to a fucking gym and they get a trainer. And good luck with that. And you've probably got a 5% chance of actually getting a good one, if that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it is hard. There's too much confusion. There's too much shit to choose from, basically. There's so much.
Is that because it's not regulated? Or there's a lack of regulation? I'm coming from it as a Joe Public perspective, right?
Yeah,
exactly. And I only know what I know because of you,
yep.
Right? But if I didn't know you, I could walk down. There's at least 20 gyms in my area,
yep.
Right? And every one of them, I'm sure, if I wanted to pay the money, would have somebody in that gym that would say, "Oh, I can help you out, or I could make a program for you, or I can give you a diet, or I can give you this." But that guy's opinion is going to be different from this other guy's opinion. You know what I mean?
It just depends on their education, and I don't know, are they in it for them or in it for you, or it just depends.
But they've got the baseline.
They got the baseline knowledge,
qualifications, and that's it.
Yeah,
but
some do. Some are actually really good. Some stay like there is really good trainers in some of the bigger gyms. I'm not saying there's not, but you kind of a bit not sheltered, I'd say, just you're not really allowed to explore all avenues, I suppose, if you're under their wing, so to speak. You can only do so much within the regulations that they allow you to do.
So at the end of the day, right, there's very few people in the industry that you would identify as saying, okay, it's great that we do movement.
Yep.
It's great that we do some weights. It's great that we talk about nutrition and diet, but then they don't necessarily incorporate it with yoga or meditation or anything like that. Is it
just lifestyle? Yeah, exactly.
Lifestyle.
A lot of
So,
lifestyle
well,
stuff. Like, that's the thing. You've got to understand that. You kind of got to understand how much stress your clients are under prior to engaging in a say a fitness regime. All right. You've got to really look at see what's their, I don't know, their basically I'll do a lifestyle questionnaire on clients. Just a questionnaire, pretty simple, and kind of get where they are at stress, like what their stress levels are at. What's their digestion like? What's their detoxification system like? You know what I mean? What kind of food they're eating? When are they eating? You know what I mean? The quality of the food they're eating. Hydration is a big one. You know what I mean? You got to factor in all these things to see if, okay, what's your straight away you're not going to understand like their marital status and all. I mean, you'll know their marital status, like what their relationships are like and things, because there's so many stresses in the world. Understand exercise is a stress as well. If you put that stress on top of all these other stresses, your clients are going to break down. It's going to get to a point where they can only put up with so much stress. And if you add another physical stress to their plate, they're going to crack one way, shape or form. They're either going to get an injury that they can't get over, or they're going to get digestive issues, or they're just fucking irritable pricks all the time, and they can't get on with their fucking wives or kids or bosses, or they can't sleep. Like, there's so many things. You got to be very careful with the amount of exercise you give to a client.
I remember you used to say
type of exercise.
Yeah, I remember you used to say to me, I'd come into the room, not so much now, but back in the old days.
I'd see your auric fields fucking just
you'd go
crushing you.
Yep,
so
you'd
speak,
go.
not
You're
expanding.
You're in a prick of a mood, or you've had a bad day.
Yeah.
I can just fucking tell by the posture. I can
Every
tell.
fucking day.
But the weapon would look at you
Yeah.
and he'd go, I can just tell by your posture straight away you've had a cock of a day.
Yeah.
Right? And
You're
I can
fatigued,
tell.
you're done.
Yeah. And he'd say, I'll ask you, what's your energy level is like today? And you'd be like, yeah, I'm not having a great day today, or I ran late to get here, and all sorts of shit.
That's right. Traffic was shit.
People
at work are That's right.
Yep. Yeah. Super Mario's going to go off today.
No, it's fine. No, it's good. No. Go nuts.
I've been pretty good. I haven't fucking done it.
Yeah, it's fine. Continue. Yeah.
But yeah, so you used to read all of that and then judge somebody's ability just in that one session.
Yep. Well, you got to. That's the thing. I mean, you can have a program, I suppose, to stick to, but life gets in the road. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And you have days that are fucking days of the shit house, and you can't just continue to do the same program. You might not have the energy that day. You might not have slept well the night before, or you know what I mean? You're eating shit, or your stress levels are high, or whatever. You know what I mean? And then you try and train as heavy as or as hard as what you did last week when you felt great. Nah, it doesn't work.
No,
you know what I mean? It really may have a negative impact on your health, and yeah, you got to take that into account. So yeah, when you used to come in and you were fucking dragging your ass in after work, well, what we do? We just do some light movements, some rolling around, and
it was good,
stretching and mobility work, and maybe a couple of light lifts.
Yep.
And I don't know if you were really, I had a sauna then, so we'd do a stretch and whatever, and then I'd say, "Beast,
awesome.
Jump in the sauna for 45 minutes and just chill the fuck out, just relax, put some music, put some Enya on." In the sauna,
sail away
from the corporate world.
Yep, that's
you know what I
right.
mean? And just chill the fuck out.
That should have been the opening song.
When he leaves the studio, he feels better than when he came in. If I've done that, well, I've done my job. You know what I mean? If I've given you more energy than what you had when you actually came into the studio, and you've got more energy to, I don't know, be a better father, or be a fucking whatever, be a better husband, or I don't know, play, in your case, fucking better video games.
I'm not like that nerd mate that you've
got him
he
good.
fucking he thought I was the biggest nerd ever, but then he went over to Croatia, didn't you? And he had a mate that goes one night, he says, "Hey, I want to watch Dota."
Dota. I was like, what the fuck's Dota?
And I go,
Dota.
so-
Data, isn't he like a racehorse owner or some
he,
shit?
he comes home and he says, do you play this thing called Dota? I said, dude, that's hardcore level shit. I don't play that. He goes, I got this mate I went overseas with and he
Chubbs.
plays Dota.
That's Chubbs. If you're ever listening, Chubbs.
Yeah, shout out to
Shout out to
Chubbs.
Chubbs.
Shout out to him.
Friend of the show.
Yeah, he's fucking not. He's never listened to this bullshit. But maybe,
No one in Croatia ever has.
No, he fucking...
He's in Australia.
he's
He's
a
in
local.
Oz?
Yeah.
Oh, well, he's going to have to hashtag him somehow.
Yeah.
He might fucking listen to this, who knows. And shout out to the person in New Jersey that listens to us. I appreciate your patronage, you fuck. That's another story. So when you first come in as a client,
Yep.
I walked in,
Yep.
or these days it's a bit different. But
Different these days.
Yep. How do you assess someone now?
Basically, yet again, I go through similar lifestyle questionnaires to see where your stress levels are at. So you've got to look at that first. All right. From then on, generally we'll do a developmental movement screen. Okay, so I kind of look
That's
at...
what we were doing when I came back.
Yeah, okay. So
He was looking at my ability to squat or something like that.
No, that's different. That's more the functional movement stuff that we're looking at. So what you're basically hardwired with from as soon as you're previous to being born, like you're hardwired with these certain movements that help you kind of walk. All right, so first thing you do when you get out of the womb is breathing. All right, you take a big breath and scream. All right, so you look at your breathing patterns. Then, as a child, you start to move your head around, lift your head up. You know what I mean? And that works on your neck and getting your neck stronger and your vestibular system. All right, so you're looking at how do you work your neck and have you got any restrictions in your neck? And then you're looking at from there you're going from getting head control into rolling patterns. So kids learn how to roll. All right, so they're rolling around and they're on the floor and they're rocking around and they learn how to rock back and forth. All right, and they learn how to crawl. All right, so you can actually you can do a screen on people and see if they're able to still do those things.
Was it true, or did I get this wrong when you told me? Maybe I got this wrong. That when you're a toddler and you're crawling along the ground, that's the most that you engage your core at any point in your life? Is that
no? When you're engaging,
you're
your
engaging
core, when you're
your
breathing, you're engaging your core when you're rolling. I mean, that's why kids' heads are so big, because that lifting their head up, they're starting to light up the muscles on the back line of their body. They lift their head up when they're on their back, so laying on their back, lifting their head up, they're using their core muscles. So they're starting to really establish the strength in their midsection, which helps them start to move differently. So they need to go through each developmental sequence in order to walk correctly. So if you skip crawling, so it's kids that
Some do.
generally if they're on a hard surface they won't crawl because it hurts your fucking knee. You want to crawl on a hard floor, hurt your fucking knees.
I do it at your fucking
Yeah, but I'll put
studio.
mats down.
Oh, it's a cock.
No, but I'll get you to do the crawling without the knees on
Oh
the
no,
ground.
that's even fucking harder.
Yeah, leopard crawl.
Leopard
Or
crawl.
bear crawl or whatever
Oh
you call it.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, so you can actually look at people's developmental movement patterns and see they've not skipped a spot, but generally you can work that movement and it will help re-establish some neural pathways and it'll help re-establish some of the movements. Some things clear up just after you do that. You know what I mean? Like you can really help people move, especially the elderly, by doing some of the developmental movement stuff.
And so when you're moving properly, your muscles are firing
Everything starts
at the right. That's what you were telling me. Your muscles fire at the right sequence.
So going back to the neck thing, some fucker like me who has significant
neck issues.
He's got questions for you too.
Well, I got lots of questions.
Yeah,
right?
fucking.
But significant neck issues. What sort of implications
Neck
are
issues.
for because I've got two fused fucking sections.
How'd that happen though?
I fell. I had an accident, so I
Okay.
fell.
Yeah.
Ruptured 2 discs and
cervical?
C4 to 6.
Okay, you're lucky. Weren't fucking dead or paralyzed.
Well, that and you know what? That's the direction it was going.
Yeah, wow.
So which is why they decided to operate.
Okay, so they're fused now, are they?
They're fused now. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So you've so
Mate, the operation
joints
was
above and
horrific.
the joints below are going to be doing
twice the work.
Twice the work, basically. So
The operation they did on him was horrific. They went in through the throat.
the front.
The front.
Yeah, they go,
He's got a scar there.
They go zoom, and they move your throat out of the way, and
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's fucking hardcore shit, man. But I don't know. Was it necessary? It had to be done.
had to be done. I couldn't. I kept dropping stuff. I lost control of
really?
my hands.
How old were you when that happened?
Was just a couple of years ago. 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck.
Yeah,
Wow,
oh, mate,
bad.
he was messed
What were you
up.
doing? Playing video games while you were walking on the train? or
No.
some shit?
I was walking down these stairs here.
Yeah.
Go to. It was slippery. It was raining.
Yeah.
And
It's like the Matterhorn. You're back fucking.
exactly
That's right.
right. And it was nighttime. I was gonna go lock up the chooks, and I fucking fell flat on my head.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fucking
Didn't
hell.
you put your arm out to try and stop?
I did.
It's a natural
so
reaction.
natural. So I
What
put
were
my
you
head.
doing there? How do you just fucking fall? I don't
It's
know.
slippery. No, the wood there is really slippery.
I'll show
So you
you.
went that way. And then
Yeah,
bang.
Mate,
Wow.
when we're
Yeah,
done with this
yeah, fair
bullshit,
enough. All
I'll
right.
show you. Oh, it's
just-
fucking
I
brutal
thought
out
maybe you
there.
were just doing something and you
No.
weren't paying attention.
I thought the dog was... No, it was Dad. Dad broke a rib,
Yeah,
didn't he?
Dad got knocked over.
The
Broke
fucking
his
dog,
ribs.
mate. The gold
dog?
No,
The big one?
No, he's got the same.
Oh,
dog.
yeah,
same same breed.
Yeah.
The dog was running towards him and knocked him over.
Yeah.
And natural instinct is you put your arm out.
Yeah.
And he cracked a rib.
Wow. That's not that hard to do.
No, I've done
Really?
that. I've cracked a rib.
They're easy to crack.
Yep.
So yeah, going back to movement.
Yep.
What would be your first thing for someone that's his neck is as fucked up as what mine is?
Neck is fucked up as what yours are.
Because the amount I can tell you now, the amount of migraines that I get
Yeah.
is staggering.
Yeah. That's... Well... It's probably the cervical spine. I mean, I've got to have a look at how it works, but I mean, with you in particular. But I don't know what you think about chiropractors or whatever. I've got a pretty good one, but I don't know if it's kind of a bit out of my pay grade to be going in around that area and fucking around with that area. I'm just a PT, so
He's
you
just
know
a
what I mean?
PT, folks.
I mean-
yes, he's just a humble PT.
Yeah, so and you also got to know like when to refer out. Like
Yeah.
you're not going to take things on that
No.
are probably you don't fuck around with people's necks.
Yeah, so even
Fine,
my physio, who was the physio for the Australian rowing team, goes,
Yeah.
"You're going to a neurosurgeon."
Yes, exactly. Well, he's smart. If it's not above his pay grade, but you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
refer out when you don't really know. I can't
So
give you
in
definitive answers in that. I mean, you could probably do some strengthening exercises around there to get rid of your migraines. Is it only been happening since you've actually had?
I've
the
always had
accident?
migraines, but
Yeah,
there's
well,
that,
that,
mate.
well,
Yeah.
if you've had migraines, it's not just the neck. It's
Yep.
obviously something else. We've probably got to get you a little bit healthier.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So we've got to look at other issues.
I need to spend some of the company funds to come and see you.
Yeah. Oh, not. Yeah. We'll just start. I don't know.
He'll
Just
ma-
looking at diet and
He'll
know what I mean,
make you do
being
that
How
crawling
much fucking
shit.
water do you drink? That'll be the first thing I'd ask.
Sorry?
How much water do you drink?
Quite a lot, actually. I
Okay.
drink a lot of tea.
Nah.
Yeah, water. No,
it's just
you
acidic,
got to have
man.
water, like water, just straight up, good quality. Good quality. I go down to Lawson Spring to get my water.
I do
It's
the-
down the road from you. You should be going to fucking Lawson Spring and grabbing the water from there, man. It's beautiful. Up from beautiful water. Straight out. No fucking neurotoxins in it. No.
I drink the
chlorine.
outside-
So what do you do? Go take your big...
I'd say I got fucking bottles,
The
bottles
big
and
jerry
bottles,
cans.
like big fucking jerry cans. I'd like to use as much glass as possible or stainless steel, but I've got a few for my clients. I just put it in plastic.
Fuck
Yeah.
Fuckers,
Fucking-
that's right.
That's right. Shout out to him. There's a pecking order as well.
Oh, there
You
is.
know what he used to fucking say to me? He goes, "You're my best client
Number
this
one
week.
client.
Number one, you paid $180 to see me this
No,
week.
$208.
Oh, $208.
That's right.
And then if you don't go for a
Depends,
couple...
it depends on how much he pays.
That's
like your
right.
pecking order.
Dan, you know what you used to get? You used to get a text message at night going, "Pay me, you fucking..." Because I used to fuck him. I go, "No, fuck you, prick. I'm not going to pay you with cash. I don't have time, mate. I don't have access to an ATM. Give me your bank account details and I'll transfer the money." But I used to fuck him. I used to pay on Sunday night after the banking closing times, and he wouldn't get the money until Monday morning. And I'd get a SMS that going, "Pay me." Like this, and then I'd go, "Oh, I can't make it this week, Weapon. Sorry, man, I got this on or whatever." And he'd go, "Oh, my fucking golf clubs are going rusty, yo." He goes, "I got fucking no one to pay me my brand new golf clubs."
Yeah, I know. You pay for my golf clubs every year. Brand
That's
new
right.
golf clubs.
But then if you don't go
Getting
in,
very rusty lately.
if you don't go
Haven't
in,
been coming.
right? That's right. You don't go in. What'll happen is you go from like the number one client, then you drop down to fucking number two, then down to
Yeah,
fucking
you're down-
the
you're down
bottom,
the wrong.
right? And all of a sudden, there's a particular client. Shout out to her, right? if she finds out you're the number one client,
She hates it.
shout out to nice Nicole, right? We'll soften the blow. Because what'll happen is he'll go, hey, listen, the beast is number one because he's paid me more this week. You're fucking the bottom because you've only been once. And
she comes twice every week. She's always there.
If she was a Mr. Men,
very,
she'd be
very,
Mrs.
very, very
Reliable.
good client.
She'd be Mrs. Reliable as a Mr.
Reliable.
Men.
Yes.
Right? But if you didn't come every week or like regular, you'd fucking cop it. And you get text messages going, fucking pay me. and you'd get the oh fuck, my golf clubs are going rusty. Oh, my golf game's going off. I can't play my golf anymore because my drivers are shit. I want my brand new drivers. They've just released the fucking the TaylorMade's R8s or whatever. You'd be getting all.
Jeez, that's a few years ago.
Oh,
they're on the M5 now. Come on,
mate. I was copping
That's 10 years
bullshit
ago,
every fucking week, right? And he'd be like, "Don't give a fuck, you know, pay me." Right?
Oh, dear.
But then I used to, because all the other clients would come in and they'd pay him cash on the spot. I'd be like, hey, no, aren't you on the easy pay system? The
easy payment plan.
Easy payment plan. And you go, what are you talking about? What's he on about? And he goes, shut up, you prick, don't fucking tell him. I go, well, all I do is I transfer it on Sunday night. Oh, well, we're going to fucking start doing that. He'd lose his mind. He'd go, you fucking you. Going back to his neck.
All right.
We're just going back. Yeah, I'm just interested in movement in general and the fact that something I thought was going to be a positive, and in many regards it has been.
Your neck, you're talking about the fusion?
Yeah, in many regards, it obviously has been a positive. The fact that
but if you had migraines prior to having that particular issue,
I get more now.
I'd say it's more health related than.
I've said to you, your blood pressure's high.
No, it's not.
Yep, we measured your blood pressure.
Mate,
about blood
my blood pressure, according to the physician that I go to on a regular basis, is totally within normal
Who's that,
limits.
Dr. Nick Riviera? Hey, everybody!
Hi, Dr. Nick.
No, totally within normal limits, mate. Everything's totally normal. All of my blood levels, everything's normal.
Yeah, but
except for hormones, who knows? But
yeah, exactly. That's right. Hormonal. Yeah, if it's hormonal migraines. But getting back to hydration. If you're not drinking enough water, you'll get fucking headaches too. You know, big time.
What is it? 2 litres every day? 2 litres?
Depends on your body weight.
But the average would be what? 1.5 to 2
so
litres.
It's 3.33 mils per kilo of body weight.
Right. Okay.
All right. So say if you're 100 kilos, you drink 3.3 litres a day. Yep. Roughly. That's what I've been told by trainers that I actually look up to.
Do you still put in the Himalayan salt?
Yeah, sea salt or Celtic sea, organic sea salt. Yeah, it just ups the nutrient content so your body actually absorbs it a bit quicker. And you drink it at room temperature, not fucking cold.
Yep.
Especially when you're training. If you're training and you're drinking, it's going to slush around your guts until it
Is that more of a digestion issue as opposed to anything else?
Well, you're not going to absorb it as quick. Right. So if you've got cold water in your stomach, try that next time. Drink a shit ton of cold water.
Fucking hurts.
Then go do some exercise. It'll be slush around
when I
your
see
guts,
you,
make you feel sick. So
when I see you, I never do because
drink prior.
Yeah.
You just sip water when you're training, but there's no. If you're drinking like guzzling water, you're dehydrated before you started generally. If you're that thirsty after you've trained or during your training.
If your piss is yellow, you're in trouble.
Yeah, pretty much. You want just a light tinge of yellow or just...
No, white piss. That's what I have. White piss.
No, that's cum, Daniel.
Jesus, it comes a lot.
It's all right. That's just you're watching all that fucking...
I got to work on the
that
kegels.
hentai, you dirty bastard.
I got to work on the kegels, man.
Jesus,
the
fuck.
kegels.
The kegels. That's right.
Yep, mate. I'll tell you, moving on to the yoga.
Yep.
Right, I want to get your thoughts on yoga because I know you're a big fan of yoga. Actually, we met originally at yoga.
Yep.
That's how we met, right? But have you ever done the Kundalini yoga?
No, I haven't. Maybe once. No, I don't think I have.
I'll tell you, that's the only yoga I say no.
How come?
Because
it's energetic. There's a lot.
It's fucking weird, dude. I
know it's weird, but there's different types of yoga too. It's not just movement yoga. There's
a guy I went
Raja
with.
yoga, which is meditative yoga. You've got that kind of yoga. You've got all different types.
I don't know
of
if I ever
yogas.
told you this story, but I went with a guy. You know this guy?
Yeah,
right?
I do a Iyengar yoga.
Iyengar?
Yeah.
He does.
BKS Iyengar was awesome.
Well, the only reason is
with issues as you got older, because you probably shouldn't bend your body in that hardcore.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But
that's
there's
it.
so many different types of yoga. It's a fantastic
The only one is
thing.
the Kundalini, because I went with this guy. You know this guy. I'll tell you who it is off air.
Yeah.
Because he said, fuck it, do you want to go to the Kundalini for a change? I went, yeah, why not? And I went with him. And they sit on the fur mat.
Yeah.
No big deal. And we were the only two guys in the class. And the instructor says, okay, we're going to start off with a rapid fire breathing. No big
Okay.
deal. No
Yeah.
big deal. And she says, now, for the girls, close off your sex organ. And I'm looking at this guy, he's looking at me. And then she says,
So basically like
yeah. And then she says to me and this guy, she goes, for the boys, see if you can tighten your anus. We're fucking out of there, dude. We did it. And then I walked out.
Bunda, Mula Bunda.
I know.
So it's you gotta, it's squeezing certain.
No, you're right. Keep talking.
Yeah. So I don't know enough about that. Like I'm not a yoga
I just
teacher.
felt
I've been
it
doing it
weird.
for 20 years, and I actually love yoga. Like it's more for me. It's kind of just a physical meditative experience.
It's mindfulness.
It's mindfulness.
When I'm used to-
exactly, it's
I'm
like
used to-
not many people have mindfulness, and it helps you bring mind, body, breath in unison with one another. So you're in the present moment more. You become more present. You know what I mean? You're not as reactive. I think everybody should have a form of practice, something like that, because especially in like Australia, America, England, or whatever, just Western culture, so to speak. They do it more for just the physical. Oh, I'm going to go and have a stretch, or yoga's kicking my ass, especially hot yoga and all that kind of stuff. That's the in thing now.
You don't like Bikram?
I'm not going to comment on any of all that kind of stuff, but yeah,
No, I just want to pick your
just
brains.
the heat,
Yeah.
the hot yoga.
Yeah, hot yoga.
Well, it does actually make you stretch deeper than you probably should go. You can get into a situation where you're actually starting to stretch your ligaments. All right, if you go
Beyond
too
their-
deep, beyond the
their
range
range?
of beyond the range of your joints, you get a thing called ligament laxity. All right, if you're starting to stretch too deep, all right, your muscles and your tendons and fascia, even ligaments are fascia, but your ligaments aren't supposed to stretch. Once they stretch, that's it. They don't go back. They don't snap back like a muscle,
Yep.
all right, or a tendon or whatever. They stay elongated, and that basically destabilizes the joint. So you can't, with hot yoga, because it heats you up quite a lot, you can extend past where you probably should go, and a lot of people don't have the body awareness to actually know when they've gone too far or
Yeah.
whatever. So you can go too far.
I've only had
create
one-
a lot of imbalance in the body.
I've only ever had one injury in yoga, and that was when you do the splits.
You were doing triangle. I
Triangle.
think you actually hurt your adductor.
Yeah, I hurt my adductor.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the only time I've ever hurt my...
You've got issues there because of your overpronating feet and things
yeah,
like
see,
that.
he knows how fucked I am.
You're not fucked. You do need a bit of a tune-up, but you're not fucked. You know, I mean,
I've done 100,000 kilometres on this fucking
You are
engine,
leaking
mate.
a
I'm
little bit of
leaking
oil.
oil every fucking where. I'm like the
It's
Hyundai
leaking cum,
Excel.
apparently.
yeah.
No, well, I'm the Hyundai Excel from 1995. You know, the 9990 drive away, no more to pay.
Oh yeah, the
And-
clip. They were called a clip.
Shout out to
Everyone-
Pedro,
Every
friend
cunt
of the
had
show.
one. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
But now where are they? They're all fucking gone.
They-
Like,
well,
they
you
would
know-
have been 20 years.
Mate,
since
I
they
haven't
came
seen
out.
one in years.
No.
They were everywhere. Like they were like the
Yeah.
like the 90s
Mate.
Gemini. You know what I mean? Like Geminis
Mate.
in the 80s were like around.
You still see Geminis, though.
In the 90s, the Gemini was the
Yep.
like the
Yep.
kids kind of get.
Well, I had
do
a
rock
Gemini.
car.
I had a Gemini. Right,
The
that was my first
Dado
car.
1600s.
Yeah. But Pedro had...
He had the
he had the Excel.
Excel.
I only talking about this with him last night. That Excel, for all the laughs and jokes that we made about it being cheap and made out a career and all that bullshit,
Fuck,
did-
man,
mate,
those
it didn't-
things went
it fucking did
forever.
100,000 Ks. He did 100,000 Ks
He
on it.
probably didn't treat
He
it
gave
well.
it. No, he treated it like a piece of shit.
Like
He
he stole it.
He gave it to his brother.
Yeah.
And he was telling me only last night, only a few years ago, his brother got rid of it.
Yeah.
And it must have done, he reckons, about 200,000 Ks on it.
Yeah, probably more than that.
And
Probably
it pro-
300,000.
yeah, and it never let him down.
Yeah.
So we made a lot of jokes about it because like, oh, you put wheel here, put wheel over this one. What color they order? Green? I'll give it blue. It's not problem. All that bullshit. Mate, it lasted the fucking thing.
So
you
this
know?
is all the Asian. This is his it's Vietnamese.
Every
Chinese,
Asian accent is the same.
Japanese. It's the same. That's the same.
Yeah.
Anything air?
Anything. Shout out to Lulu.
That's right. They all know who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So where are we?
I
at?
don't know.
We went off on a fucking tangent.
Oh, so
He always does that.
I was apparently coming
Talking
in
about
fucking
necks and
necks.
whatever. And
Yeah.
No, yoga.
Yoga. Okay.
So,
So you were talking about Bikram and the heated yoga, and I said, yeah.
I've not done Bikram.
I mean,
I can't comment on Bikram.
If you do it with a bit of body awareness, and make sure you're hydrated, well, I don't see a problem with it. You're gonna sweat a lot, you know. But yeah, so you make sure you got to be bloody hydrated.
Yeah.
I think you get hot enough in actual
Yoga
You
itself,
do,
yeah.
man. Like,
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you need that. I mean,
Up here in Katoomba, mate, doing the gentle stuff that I
it's
do.
nice.
Mate,
Sweating pretty
It's
fucked
just
up.
nice.
Yeah.
Like, it just, I don't know. It
I tell ya.
energizes you. Like, if you do it properly and you're doing the breath.
I'll tell you a
It's a
story.
fantastic thing, yoga.
There's an awesome instructor around here somewhere, and he was doing Paul.
Yeah, Paul's awesome.
He did a session out
Shout out
at
to
the
Blue Mountains Yoga, I think it's Paul.
shout out to Blue Mountains Yoga.
Yeah,
He's a beast, man. And we did a
He's
session out at the
Ashtanga yoga teacher.
Ashtunga, and we did it out at this hall.
He does it from the halls in Lawson
Yeah,
and Glenbrook.
Glenbrook.
He does
Yeah,
all the
Yes.
halls.
Now
Yeah,
I rocked up one
yeah,
time.
he's fucking tops.
I rocked up one day, and it was midwinter, and it was a fucking cold day,
Yeah.
and the leaves were blowing in the hall,
Yeah.
and he looks like he's homeless, dude. He rocked up
Yeah,
in
he
a
does.
Camry. No fuck.
Fuck, he can do yoga though.
Oh, he's a
Yeah.
fucking beast, and
Yeah.
he had a hole in a jumper, and I'm telling
He doesn't give a shit.
He doesn't give a
lives in-
fuck.
I think he lives in Hazelbrook. I did a one-on-one session with him up
yeah.
here in Hazelbrook.
Yeah, okay.
Well, let me tell-
He's a local.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Let me tell you about this. When he was going to yoga, he told me he was going to yoga, Jason Relaxation. I thought maybe Paul was taking him, and I said, if you've got Paul, you're going to come leaps and bounds in terms of technique with yoga, because
he has a strong Ashtanga is quite
very
strong.
but he's very big on technique, and he
Yeah.
would do adjustments. He was very big on it.
I only did a couple of sessions with him, but I did because he can tell you
He's
one-on-one how to
awesome.
do certain things, and I was like, I picked
Well,
up
we
a fair
rocked
bit just
up-
from one session with him.
We
So
rocked-
I still use some of the stuff he taught me.
Yeah.
But I practice in many. I love just. When we went over to Canada not long ago, went skiing in Whistler. First thing we did, me and my girlfriend Shell. Hi Shell, love you.
Shout out to Shell.
Yeah,
One of the
for
best
putting up with
yoga
me.
instructors
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah, she's pretty good. And we.
She's probably
basically-
laughing, going,
She better be cooking my buddy dinner.
"That's right."
And so we just first thing we made, even before we got there, we signed in and signed up for a yoga session that night. Got into Canada, went to the yoga.
Yep.
You can just do it anywhere. It's awesome. You know,
It's one of those things that you
it's
can
a
do
good,
anywhere.
It's a good community.
Which-
Generally, there's hardcore people in it too, which are fucking muppets
Oh,
as
well,
well.
going back to this Paul, right,
Yeah.
at the town hall, the hall that he's got over at Glenbrook here, I rocked up midwinter, leaves blowing in the hall, and all of a sudden he had the widest range of students. You had little old ladies, he had guys in their, their 40s, whatever. And it was a freezing night, but I'll tell you what, he had no heaters, no nothing, and that floor is a wooden floor, it's cold.
Yeah, fucking cold.
Maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes into it, I was sweating. You
Yeah.
wouldn't believe the
Yeah,
sweat.
so you don't need
No, you don't need the heat. You don't need the heat.
As soon as you start pulling on
Yep.
your connective tissue and your fascia,
Yep.
man, you start
As
to
long
heat
as
up.
you take it at your body's capabilities.
Yeah. I think
you know?
some of the reasoning behind it is people feel they're getting the sauna breakdown of, whatever the sauna
Pulling
is. meant-
toxins and whatever. Out of
yeah,
your
at the
body.
same time that you do yoga. So that
You
I get
do
it.
get I've recently done a session in the city at Jiva Mukti.
Shout out to Jiva Mukti.
Jiva Mukti. And one of their rooms was quite warm. And I think they had infrared heaters on the ceiling, and I think they were just newly put in there. But
I was
fuck,
gonna
I
say,
sweat.
remember-
I sweat anyway.
Yeah, so
but
do
they
I.
had that on, and I was like, seriously, I should have had 2 towels in
Yeah.
there. Like, I sweat like a lot because I have a sauna at home, and I use the sauna a fair.
Yeah, you
I
get
sweat
used to
big
it.
time, man.
Fuck, man.
I'd love
I was
a sauna.
Yeah,
He's
they're
got
awesome.
a great one. He's got an infrared one.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
awesome.
well, there's people that love the infrareds, and you got people that love the
Yeah,
traditional.
I love both of them. I just
They-
love
they-
being in a nice hot room,
Yeah.
just chilling out, relaxing.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
His
Like,
is awesome. It's like a wooden one, and it's got like a
you got some
sound
people that
system
love,
in it.
Love the traditional Swedish Finnish like hot rocks. I love them too. They're awesome. When I was in Budapest, I went to like the sauna and the what was it hot hot springs and sauna, and then you go in a cold plunge pool.
Oh, you've done that?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's so good. They had different temperatures of the saunas, like they'd have a 60-degree room, 70-degree room, an 80-degree room, different, and then you'd go in the plunge pool. It's you feel so good after it.
What's the benefit you think of that? Like, what is the
Shock?
Well, so basically, when you're in the heat, all the blood's running into your muscle, like the extremities.
Yep.
All right. So then when you jump in the cold plunge pool, basically all the blood runs back into your viscera, into all your organs, and oh yeah, man, it's so invigorating.
I've never tried it. I want to though, because you see those.
Same with the Wim Hof method. So I use the Wim Hof method. So I do a lot of his breathing. So I've always loved pranayama in yoga. So different breathing techniques, as you said, breath of fire,
Ujjayi
breathing.
I do Ujjayi.
I've always loved breathing because I've always been into meditation. But the Wim Hof breathing technique is another level. It makes seriously, I've heard that it actually releases DMT. It's fucking awesome.
We need to learn. We need to learn some of this.
Yeah, go on to Wim Hof's. I could teach you how to do it. I know how to do it. It's fucking awesome.
So what's the?
Because we used to do qigong.
We did qigong.
We used to do qigong.
Was that what it was? Qigong.
Qigong when we used to do
martial arts, kung fu.
Yeah. See, qigong's awesome too for energy cultivation.
We used to do Taoist. We used to do Taoist meditation.
That's the thing with yoga. It's not supposed to beat your ass.
No,
it's not supposed to be. I mean, it can be hard. Don't get me wrong. But it should be more nurturing, bringing you back, centering. Same with qigong. It's cultivating energy. So you're actually one of my trainers, Paul Check, he's got a thing called working in. So you actually help do movements along with breath at a slow pace, where you actually cultivate chi or energy in your body. All right, because everything we do these days is basically energy going out. Yep. All right, our stress of our life, and stress is shit food, and stress this, stress that, and then add more stress, which is exercise if it's too intense. You're basically getting rid of all this fucking energy. What are you actually running your your organs on? You got nothing to run it on.
Well, most of us
shit starts hitting the fan. You know what I mean? Because you need this. You only got so much energy. So you need to learn how to cultivate energy. So you cultivate energy by eating good quality organic food, drinking good quality water, breathing diaphragmatically, through the nose, sleeping. You know what I mean? You need to be doing these things, and having a good practice like a yoga or a qigong helps cultivate energy. So it gives you energy in order to put into your fucking what you want to accomplish in your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like with me, I've learnt, I'm doing pretty good these days. You know what I mean? It's taken me 15 years to get to where I've gotten to, but by learning all these practices and having a yoga practice and eating well and training just enough and getting to bed, having discipline to go to bed at 9 o'clock every night, not watching shit fucking television, because I need that energy in order to chase my dreams.
I do that because I'm an old man.
You know what I mean?
I'm fucking done. 8 o'clock, I'm drooling on the fucking.
That's
pillow.
all right, man.
I'm out.
Fuck it. Who cares?
Who fucking cares? I've got the flannel fucking pajamas like the dad used to have, you know what I mean? I've turned into him.
That's all right.
Fuck it.
Who gives a fuck?
I don't give a shit. I'm not there to impress
You live by yourself, man. Who gives a fucking shit?
That's right. I don't give a fuck.
So so that's we're talking about yoga a lot, but
well, yoga's a topic I was going to talk to you about as well.
Cool.
I mean, because
that's all good. But as I said, that's a nurturing thing to help create more energy in the body. You know what I mean? It's a more of a spiritual endeavor and crazy monkey mind trying to grasp that thing and try and steer it in the right direction. You know what I mean? That's more about mindfulness. So be more mindful.
All I know about yoga is this. Yeah. This is all I know about yoga, right? If I come and see you on Michelle at the studio on a Saturday morning,
once every 3 months he'll come.
Yeah, I didn't come yesterday, but I got fucking good reasons. But we won't get.
That's all right. I won't go to that. Yeah. All right.
All I'm saying is I'll do the yoga in the morning, and we'll be finished by about 10 o'clock. 10:30. By about 2 o'clock in the afternoon,
you're fucking snoring.
No, well, I do, but then I feel amazing.
Yeah.
I can't describe that feeling.
Yep.
There's this feeling where, you know what? The joints feel better. There's better. I can feel like I'm moving better.
Yep.
There's something about it. that feeling goes away by the next day.
It does, but you've cultivated a nice
there's
energy.
something-
It's not like drinking. You get an energy, all right. But you're relaxed.
Yeah,
You're
it
relaxed,
is.
but
It's
you're also
weird.
energetic. It is weird. It's something it must be the chi or
I
the
can't
prana.
describe it.
See,
Yeah,
I get the same. There's a reason why I walk a ridiculous amount, and I get the same feeling when I walk.
Well, that's what runners get. They get a running
Yeah.
high.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
and
As
see,
well.
that's a nice segue because that's a topic I wanted to talk to you about.
He's
right?
got questions.
So
You had a couple of questions.
before I fucked myself up. I used
Yeah.
to love running,
Yep.
but
He doesn't like running.
well, no, it's not that you don't
I
like
don't
running.
like running. I'm a runner. Like
Yeah.
I was a sprinter when I was younger.
Yeah.
Like I love athletics. Don't get me wrong. But most people don't have correct biomechanics to run efficiently, and they're basically fucking themselves.
So what
they're not
used to
strong
happen-
enough. You need to be strong to run.
So what
most
used-
people, their first thing is to start running, because you don't really. Not many people have spring in their step anymore. They're kind of just lumbering along on the fucking sidewalk.
So what would
You know what I
happen
mean?
is
Like
we'd
that.
do the river walk.
And I'm like, stop fucking running!
Stop running.
Oh my god, look at your technique. It's fucking shocking. I'm looking at how their feet over pronate, their knees knock in, and they're fucking hunched over and they're swinging their arms across their body. And I'm thinking, oh my god, you're fucking yourself so bad.
Well,
But is that stuff that you could fix
Yes,
over time?
You can.
That's
feel
what
that.
he does when
you
you
got to
come to
do
see.
that. Not me. Is that what you're talking
No,
about?
no. I mean, if
You
it's
can,
some,
yeah. If you've got a trainer that knows
Yeah.
how to give you the proper corrective exercises to help pull you out and to work on strengthening the body correctly and to help with your gait pattern. So you got to look from the feet all the way up. You know, if you're over pronating, your feet. I mean, your knees drive in. Like you have excessive lordotic curve in your lumbar spine. Your upper back rounds, which fucks your breathing patterns up. So there's so much that goes into it. When there's so many better forms of training than fucking running. You know what I mean?
He looked
but
at-
it's simple.
Yeah.
It's, you know what I mean? You can run anywhere.
Yeah.
You get up and go for a run. I love that. That's great. But you can get up and also do a yoga practice. Like you can just do some asanas, whatever you want to call them. Or some light body weight exercises. You're probably better off doing that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
With the kettlebells.
No, I won't get in the... more
was gonna ask you about the
calisthenics, using your body weight. You can use your body in so many different ways rather than running to strengthen it correctly. You know what I mean? So you're looking at... a lot of people don't don't run efficiently or not efficiently enough, but just don't run with enough. They don't have the strength to run. They don't have the stability, so to speak. And they're just flopping all over the shop, and they're just banging on joints and hurting their ligaments, and and they don't give up because they get the runners high. And trying to stop a runner from running is like trying to fucking stop a meth
They
addict.
bowl
from
you
taking
over
meth.
at the fucking
Yeah,
park.
they're
you
fucking
you
crazy,
go for
man.
a walk at the river there, and they barge
Oh,
into
you
you.
go to
mate.
the city, mate, and first thing in the morning when you're trying to walk, because I walk from Central to where our office is in Martin Place, pretty much every day that I'm there.
Walk, man. Walking's good.
Well,
for that.
I love, but you fucking runners, man, just sprint past you and
Yeah.
knock in. Just like, man, this is the city, man. There's only a finite amount of space
Yeah.
here.
We used to say walking was active rest.
Active rest. It's an active recovery. Walking is like it's an actual.
The fuck?
It's me.
That was his stomach.
Jesus
Jesus.
Christ.
That was a bear. I thought there was a bear.
That was a
out-
bear.
like just.
That was a bear being unleashed.
That's the you want your waffles, don't you?
Oh,
He wants some fucking Belgian waffles
He does.
upstairs. That's right.
Jesus Christ, I'll get you that from here.
yeah, I
So,
know.
yeah, so running. There's better. I think there's much better forms of exercise, but just for the ease of being able just to go for a run, that's great. But there's many better forms of exercise.
But you know what? I had a thought about running the other day.
Yep.
This is crazy, and it.
You're not running.
No. I was never built for
run.
running. No. We'll get to that. I thought about this the other day. Technology has actually assisted the idea of running. Because now you've got a phone which plays music, and you've got these ear pods that
Well,
put
you
it
got-
in,
you got
and
the-
you've got a watch that
Which
tells you
further
what you've
distracts
done.
you from actually being meditative
But-
because you're listening to
yeah.
a fucking song while you
But
yet
I,
again-
see,
yet
here's an
again-
interesting thing.
Yeah.
When I used to run, and I used to do it every morning, and I got quite...
Do it mindfully.
I hated having music on. I never did it.
That's good.
I used to
Not
like
many
listening
people
to
are
my...
like that.
Used
Not
to
many
love
people
listening
want-
to the
they wanna be
heartbeat.
distracted.
Well, I don't... Before I get to work, mindful walking as well.
That's it.
I literally do not have
See,
my
because
phone
you've-
on me.
because you've had that qigong background, so you kind of know the benefit
Why
of
does-
slowing the mind down and
That's it.
mindful walk. That's meditation doesn't have to be sitting there with your fucking legs crossed, closing your eyes, and you can anything. Exactly. You can be walking and feeling your foot on the ground, and then feeling the sun on your skin, and feeling the.
But that's what I like to do.
The
right?
air get rushing past your skin,
Yeah.
the clothes on your body, and being like, because if you have your attention in your body, basically your body's always in the present moment. Understand this. So if your mind is on like the inner energy field or whatever of your body, you're present, and your breath is always in the present moment. So. If you can bring your mind to the that's why most meditation practitioners always just breath in, breath out, breath in. And as boring as that is, all right, but that's boring to your mind. You got to control that fucking thing.
You got to start with breathing.
Anything can be meditative. Washing the dishes, going for a walk, walking the dogs, whatever. Anything. Sitting here with you guys, just being. You flit in and out, of awareness. You know what I mean? Because your mind will always want to try and take you forward or backwards. Always. It's never in the present moment. It doesn't like the present moment because there's no mind in the present moment. So anything. Training. When you're training, people have too many fucking distractions. Like when you go to a big gym, there's usually some hot chicks walking past. Yeah, you'll have a look. You know what I mean?
And you go up to them
and you're doing a set of deadlifts and you're looking at some bird and the fucking... So, it's too many fucking distractions. So it's not very meditative.
Hello? Do you come here often?
See,
I don't do that.
Yeah, you
do.
That's
right.
Shut up, nerd.
Shut up, nerd.
We used to have a joke in yoga, right? In yoga, we used to have a joke. At the end of yoga, you do hom. We go, hom. We used to go do a man-child hom. You go, oh. We're going to do it one day to fuck up Michelle. It's all different.
You can't do it. You're too blissed out when you've done Shavasana.
You know what?
You can't do it. Once you've done that, you don't want to do it. You don't want to fuck around.
We actually piss about in the yoga.
Right. Sorry about me and the beast, Michelle.
Yeah, we're bad.
We are a distraction
We're
to
bad
the whole class's energy.
We're bad motherfuckers because we come up with different forms of yoga. We came up with pirate yoga.
Arr.
Yeah, downward dog.
Yarr. That's right. Yarr.
Go into the plank. Arr.
Yarr.
And then we had shame yoga because people would walk in late. And so it was
shame.
Shame.
You got the bell?
Shame. Yeah. Like Game of Thrones.
We've got a gong in the corner and I hit the gong now. Shame.
So this went on for an entire fucking practice.
Oh, God.
Where we were going, shame.
So our yoga at Encompass Movement in Yoga is some days are a little bit more.
Yeah, we've got to be cool.
Yeah, it's just more. I don't know. Everyone that goes there is pretty cool. You know what I mean? There's no hardcore yogis. I mean, there's a time and a place for that to be
hardcore.
Hardcore, and there's it's more. We have a lot of fun. Like
fun.
everyone there's. Happy-go-lucky, we don't attract fuckwits.
I mean, I wouldn't do that at...
I generally don't attract fuckwits. They don't last long with me anyway.
No.
I
wouldn't do that at another studio. I didn't know the people that well.
Yeah, no,
because
of course you don't.
Because 9 times out of 10, an
People
instructor would go,
fuck?
fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to get you guys to...
Bliss out.
Focus on your movement and your breathing, and you guys are fucking around going, shame. That was good, but because this girl walked in late or something.
Pip.
Yeah, fucking shame, right?
Pip.
Shout out
to Pip.
Shout out to
And
Pip
she walked in
shame.
late, and I go, fuck it. Should be like
or Angry Joe.
Oh yeah, well,
shame, Angry Joe.
Yeah,
plenty of shame on Angry Joe.
Angry Joe, right? She used to come in late into her classes, and I go, "What's this?"
What was it again?
Oh,
it was not
we had
Inattentive
names.
Joe. It was
Inattentive Joe, late Joe,
Impoverished Joe.
Oh, because she couldn't pay.
No, what was it? Not on time. What was it?
Tardiness.
No, it was.
We had fucking names for these poor woman.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking terrible.
She's just Angry Joe.
We just call her Angry Joe.
That's right. There was a funny thing today. I was at the markets getting my food, and we're with the florist guy, and we were talking about... No, it wasn't the florist, it was the veggies guy. And he said... we were talking about the house that I just bought, and he was trying to find a way for us to get it cheaper. And I said, what are you... a certain type of, where do you come from? And he goes, I didn't want to say, he goes, oh yeah, I'm Maltese. I'm like, oh, I'm Maltese. And he goes, yeah, we're the Jews of the Mediterranean. Jews of the Mediterranean. I fucking lost it. I was like, that was pretty funny.
Well, shout out to Angry Joe.
Angry Joe, Jews of the Mediterranean. That's right. So now I know why when you came to me the first time, you go, oh, if me and my lovely husband Scott come and see you, can I get a discount? And I said, fuck no. Yeah. All right, enough about Angry Joe.
Yeah. But we do love our subscribers in Malta. No, I don't think
we have any.
No, fuck.
Nah, fuck him.
We do have a Jewish listener. Shout out, Super Simon.
Oh, Super Simon, shout out. I wonder if he's had the baby yet.
Mate, I don't know. No, he hasn't. He would have pinged us by
I
now.
fucking laughed because last week he says I'm on call when he came up here, and I thought it was a work thing. I didn't realise it was a baby call. That's how fucking smart I am. You had another question about nutrition. He had a question.
I've got a couple of questions.
You can ask me whatever you want.
So
right. I may not have all the answers, but
he had question. I'm out. I'm done now. I think.
No. I think for me, as a rotund individual, and I'd very much like to fix that.
Mr. Jelly.
Mr. Jelly.
Mr. Jelly.
Mr. Jelly. All right. I've seen a
That's the
complete
Mr. Men.
Mr. Men library.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. So I was fitter before I fucked myself, but I'd like
With
to get.
He was very.
I was into it, mate. I was going to
was
the
fit.
gym. I was
Yeah.
doing all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
I'm not making that up.
Yeah.
He was fit.
Why have you stopped though? Like just because?
No, well, recovery took 12 months. I was told I wasn't allowed to lift more than 5 kilos.
That's fucking bullshit. But yeah. All right.
Well, that's what the neurosurgeon says. Do this. You don't.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
It's above my pay grade.
No.
Shut the fuck up. It's all right.
Yeah. So just because it takes a while
You
for
can
the
still
bones
do
to fuse.
body weight stuff, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and not get your neck in a compromised position. You'd still be able to train
Oh,
around it.
now not a problem. Now it's just excuses.
Yeah,
right?
I don't really know enough about your injury to actually say
Yeah,
or
but-
prescribe certain movements.
Yeah, but
Were you
now-
doing
but now it's
yoga
fine.
while you were doing it, or
No, so I didn't do yoga until after.
And
He's
and
only
that's the
just
thing. You got to
discovered-
get a good like PTs.
Yeah.
you got to get a good yoga instructor. You
Yep,
know what I
so
mean? Like,
we've got a
95%
fantastic-
of them
yeah.
are fucking dog shit.
Yep. So
You know what I mean? So, but you'll find.
yeah,
Once you find a
fantastic.
good one, it's
Yeah.
like, fuck, all right.
You
You,
know
just
what?
know. You just
Yeah,
know.
you just know.
Like,
Ours- ours are-
exactly.
ours are-
It's hard, man. Yoga. I mean, with the yoga instructors, hold your thought there for a sec. My humblest of opinions on it is, and my experience on it is that you can have a really great yoga instructor, like they're very, very technical and they're very, very good at all of that, but they're not personable.
Yeah,
and
no,
you
fuck
can't,
that.
and I don't like that either. And I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck, man. Like, I just gave you some money, and I want to. It's like you got to build a little. It's not
You
like
need
gotta
to-
be
you need to
friends
have
or
a
anything, but-
connection at
Yeah, it's got to
least,
be a
you know what I mean?
connection,
Like-
like and so they know who you are, and they know what your
There's
limitations
some people
are.
like that, but I think
That's just
maybe
me,
they're
man.
they're in it more for themselves rather than giving to each person. Like I mean, like in any industry, it's the same with the fitness industry. You got people who are in it for themselves more than their actual clients. And when you first start, I suppose you're trying to, I don't know, learn yourself. And then when you learn yourself and you get healthier and stronger, you've got an abundance. So you start to overflow. But as I said, you've got to embody all those teachings first yourself. So it becomes wisdom. And then you can pass all this on to your clients. Yeah. So back to
Back
what
to
we
your-
were
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
man.
So I guess my question around nutrition in particular is there's a great deal of
Oh,
information.
fuck. You want to go down a rabbit hole with this?
Oh, it's
I
a
do.
fucking rabbit
This
hole,
is
man.
like, it's conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
This is.
Whoa.
We won't go there. No Alex Jones stuff. Shut up, Beast.
Yeah,
That's right.
please don't blow out my fucking eardrums.
That's right.
interdimensional aliens.
Shut up. There we
Yeah.
go.
So there's
That's
an
another podcast we can do.
Oh, we can-
We'll have some edibles and go on
Oh,
about
fucking.
Oh, can we?
that. Yeah, I'll get you some.
I was
I'll get you some
talking.
gummy bears.
He could legally get them too.
Oh, are you allowed to?
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Fuck legality. Just
But you
get
know what?
'em.
I'm going to
It's
do
all right.
it, and I'm fucking going to do it. I don't give a shit.
They don't know where I live. I'm gonna
But
grow
I've
some weed.
said-
There's a
myself.
certain
I'm
fucker
gonna
who's
grow some
listening to
weed
the
soon
show.
myself, so
I'll
it's
tell
all
you, there's
good.
a little
We live in the
fucker.
Blue Mountains.
There's
There's
a
plenty of
Jew-
places to plant some things.
There's
Trust
a
me.
Jewish fucker that's supposed to give me gummy bears, but he keeps forgetting. No, not him.
Ah,
Not him. He's got that little fucker.
all right.
I won't call him out. Maybe
all right.
I will, but he fucking listens to this shit. He knows who he is. But apparently I'm getting cookies now, so go fuck yourself.
I'll get you some. It's all good.
Yeah. But
Yeah, so the
Yeah,
nutrition
so
thing.
basically, there's a lot of information, and what I'd say is probably a lot of misinformation in the industry.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm to the point now where I don't know what's true and what's not.
Yep.
Because on one side, I've got my father, who is a food scientist by trade, saying that sugar is not a problem.
Yeah, no, that's wrong.
Yep. But on the other side, I've got other doctors that are like, no, you got to cut the fat, and
No,
you got
that's wrong
you got to
too.
you got to eat balance. Fair enough. Or on the other side of the spectrum, you've got a whole range of people, and I've done the keto
Yep.
piece, and it's literally the only thing that's ever worked.
Yep.
And it's
How'd
like,
you feel?
I felt fantastic.
Okay.
It took a week or so.
Until actually you started.
But then the
Yeah, you go on
doctor
keto.
doc turns to you and sort of says,
What the fuck are you doing,
what
man?
the fuck are you doing, man? That
Yeah.
you're gonna die of heart disease because
No,
you're
you're
gonna be full of all sorts of clag in your fucking
Oh, of
arteries.
course you
right?
are. Yeah, you're gonna just drop dead of fucking cholesterol.
Well, because of
Right.
cholesterol.
Yeah, so I kind of wanted to get your feeling
They
on.
kind of need. You need cholesterol.
Well, we
Yeah.
do need. You absolutely need.
How do you make your
cholesterol.
sex hormones? You have to have cholesterol.
Absolutely.
That's a precursor to all your fucking
Yeah.
your hormones. All right, you have to have cholesterol.
Yeah.
All right.
So
So basically, what are you saying about just what diet's good?
No, not what diet's good, but what are you've obviously observed a lot of people that have come into you
Yeah.
with different
Okay.
diets, and what's worked, what have you gone, that's just
You've
fucking
got to
stupid.
have a look at the commonalities over all the diets. Really, you got to kind of look at the diets and go, all right. So what do they all kind of agree on?
Well, sugar's the enemy, right?
Well, yeah, it depends on what sugar you're talking about as well. And then people go, oh, well, it's natural sugar. I can eat 50 fucking bananas a day. I'm like, yeah, nah.
It's a big
fructose
spike.
is
Fructose is bad.
fructose is
Yep.
in high doses.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. You know what I mean? Like it fucking cannot like fructose, high fructose corn syrup. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep.
That shit fucks up your liver. That creates non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. All right. So yes, man, a lot of veggies like are great. Obviously, like you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You don't need to go out on a limb. Like everyone knows, fucking good quality organic. Yet again, organic vegetables. All right, is good for you. All right. So I wouldn't overload the starchy ones, but most people love the potatoes and all that kind of stuff. But all your greens, man. Like eat heaps of greens. Eat different, like an array of different colours of vegetables. It's pretty simple.
What
Drink
was your-
plenty of water. Eat good quality organic meat. All right. So basically, you need to eat fucking organic food. You don't want pesticides, herbicides, fungicides,
Yep.
all that bullshit that goes into your food.
What was your
'Cause
rule?
it's denatured. Underground and above ground and below ground.
Yeah, so everything above ground's good. Anything below ground's
Not
what was
below,
the ru-
not below ground's bad for you, but there's like because they generally contain more starch, and starch is sugar. Understand this? So
Yeah.
potato is basically converted to sugar in your body.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, you can get fat eating fucking chips. Of course you can.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. So if you're training, you need the sugars to replenish your muscle cells. All right. And for your brain function, all this kind of stuff. So you need to actually have some starch in your diet. But I only eat a fair bit. I eat starch on my days that I'm actually training, when I'm actually exerting myself. On the days that I'm not training, I generally don't eat a lot of starchy stuff. Like I'll stick to berries and like low sugary things, maybe green apple, and all non-starchy carbohydrates. That's an hour up. Is that right? An hour 10.
How long have we been
Yeah.
recording?
About
So-
an hour, yeah.
That's all good. So you just need to basically, it's pretty simple. Plenty of water, 33 mils per kilo of body weight, an array of colourful vegetables, and good quality meats. You know what I mean? Stick to simple fucking shit, man. Like just don't eat stuff in fucking packets.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
So
Like,
here's what I think, and correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep.
If we had have stuck to the diet that we had back in the 1950s,
Yep.
would the obesity epidemic be a thing?
I don't think so. Plus, as I said, we don't move as much as what we did before either. So I think the average amount of steps that people take today is about 3,000 to 4,000 steps a day.
Which ain't
back
much.
in like 1930s, it was like 22,000.
Yeah. they're
So we're
moving a lot
exerting
more.
so much more energy back then. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Just life was harder. Like not harder, but not harder. You know what I mean? Like physically more demanding than what it is today. We had to do a lot more things manually. Our work was a lot more manual. So yeah, we were burning a lot more energy. So you could probably get away with eating a little bit more shit back then. But the food quality back then everything was organic. There was no bullshit industrial fertilizers and whatever on your food. There was no overloading of toxins in your system. And understand, if you're overloaded, if you're overburdened by toxins in your system, your body, or your liver, can't deal with it. So basically, it shunts it off into your fat cells to be dealt with later. So generally, a lot of people who are carrying a lot of weight, you got to be careful to not drop weight really quick because you can overburden your liver with the toxins that your fat are holding. So you got to slowly start to lose weight, not rapidly. If you rapidly lose weight, you can really fuck yourself. Big time. No, they don't tell you that on the fucking Biggest Loser, though. They don't tell you that.
No,
like
they're
fucking
doing...
They probably
medic standing by right behind the fucking camera in case one of the fatties drop dead.
They probably don't tell that to people that have, what do you call it, bypass, or what do they call that surgery where they cut half your half your stomach?
the staple
lab band. Yeah.
Because that I've always wondered, that level of rapid weight loss surely can't be healthy.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know enough about it to. I don't know, but some people do need it. Like they have issues, especially when they're really big. Like I don't know. There's so many different ways to lose weight, but yet again, I've never been big, so I don't do weight loss, so to speak, because I can't come from a place of wisdom. I haven't walked the walk with being someone who's big, so I don't like doing weight loss. But the byproduct of eating healthier, having a healthier lifestyle, moving better, having more energy, you're gonna fucking lose weight. So it's not me focusing on the weight reduction. It's more focusing on other aspects that I'm familiar with, which will actually cascade over into losing weight anyway.
Yeah,
get me?
No,
it's getting the body fucking healthy.
Yeah.
I don't care about losing weight. You're going to lose weight if you get healthy. If you're a healthy individual, you will not be fat. You'll come back to your body's natural weight. Plain and simple. Your body knows where to be. It's got a baseline of where it likes to be. If you're carrying too much weight, you're doing something wrong. Plain and simple. All right, it's not fucking rocket science either.
Of course not.
Yeah,
I think anyone. I think anyone that's
clean up.
Mate, I know what to clean up.
But I see what I mean. Like he knows. You know what you're doing wrong. All I got to say is eat like a fucking adult. You know, and don't eat like a fucking kid. You know what to fucking eat.
Yeah,
fucking eat it.
Yeah,
plain and simple. There's a lot of fucks there, but
that's all right. No, we don't beep fucks.
We don't beep those ones out.
All right, okay.
I think what was our record? Several hundred in one episode.
We donated about $180 to charity because we raised $1 for every F-bomb that we said.
Okay.
So that was just the two of us.
That was just the two of us.
Cool.
We went off that day. But we haven't said many of the Super Mario ones today, so we've been all right.
No, we've been good.
We've been pretty good.
That's all right.
You know what?
Time and a place for it.
I'm on a self-improvement program.
Okay.
And so I'm trying not to say it as much.
It's good. We should always be improving ourselves in one way,
That's
shape,
right.
or form.
That's
always.
right.
Self-improvement.
I need to improve my vocabulary.
Yeah.
That's what
mine's
it
a
is.
bit limited. I swear a bit too much.
It is. It's just a limitation. It's just an easy way of expressing
There's
yourself.
actually evidence or academic research to suggest that people that swear more are more intelligent.
Well, go fuck yourselves then.
Yeah. Hit a dick.
You fucking ingrate. You fuck. You fucking.
Yeah. So basically, I don't know. It's just I see it as simple. I just look at what. Yeah, and most people know what their crutch is. They know what
the skeletons in the closet.
They know what to get rid of. Like if you drink fucking alcohol, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I like wine. Don't get me wrong, and I like good quality Japanese whiskey. But other than that, I'm kind of off the beers these days. I'll have a glass of wine. I'll have a glass of wine with dinner tonight. But it's been
It's got the resveratrol in it if it's red wine too, which is positive.
and we try to drink as much organic wine as possible, but you know what I mean.
It's very hard to
alcohol's
get,
alcohol. It's still an issue with your liver. But yeah, I mean, there's I don't know the risk to benefit ratio. I think it's because you relax a bit more when you've had one glass. I'd only cap it at one glass though. You know what I mean? One good quality glass of good quality wine. Yeah, I don't see a problem really. Same with caffeine. Like just don't overdo shit, man.
No.
Yeah, the beast has got a.
Well, I've got a cauldron.
You got a cauldron of caffeine.
But there's
over
evidence to suggest that it's an excellent antioxidant in the liver.
Oh yeah, there's amazing health benefits to caffeine.
I've got liver
don't
issues,
over fucking
so
do it.
I caffeine for me
don't overdo it.
Is fine, but for most people that'd be overdoing it. And caffeine's never affected me as it does a lot of people, which is I can't sleep at night. Bullshit. I could drink that cauldron.
That's the thing.
And I'm gone.
But some people
are different.
think they
different.
sleep, but they don't get into the
REM.
deeper stage of their sleep. They
The
might go
REM.
into the top. They'll drink caffeine like too close to bedtime.
Yep.
And like one of my clients, Len, I love you, man.
Oh, shout out to Len.
Shout out to Len.
He's an awesome
bloke.
bloke.
When he first came over to me and started training with me, he was like, "Oh yeah, I have a coffee while I'm sitting in bed before I go to sleep at night." And I'm
Fuck,
like,
I don't do
you
that.
fucking shitting me? This is like 10:30 at night.
I'd
He's
accept
typing
this,
away
like,
on his laptop.
Well, that's
like,
blue-
looking at the
the
blue light,
the
the
blue
green
light.
light, blue light, green
Yeah.
light.
'Cause
the
that affects-
caffeine. He's like, oh, I'll sleep. No worries. I'm like, I'll guarantee you're not sleeping as deep as you need to
Because
sleep.
your circadian rhythms are fucked.
They're fucked. They're
Yeah.
all fucked.
Did you know on your S10, like I've got
I've
with mine,
changed it.
I've permanently set it
Yeah.
so that there's no red light.
Yeah, it goes to brown light.
So,
Yeah, it
yeah,
goes
so,
so
he
Oh, no
doesn't
blue
do
light,
that
sorry.
anymore.
Yeah.
Well done, Len.
So when it goes to sunlight, it drops to
Yep.
the blue. Not it takes the blue light
Takes
out.
the blue light out.
But I'll tell you with these bullshit
Blue light and
phones,
green light.
Green light as
green
well.
light
Yep.
as well. You can you can walk around the fucking house in like red glasses if you want to really block everything out. But
Yeah.
well, there's
I've got one client doing that. She
Really?
does it because she's on late night calls to Singapore or
what problem?
problem.
I talk to
Or,
Singapore
or
all the
anywhere.
time.
Germ- she's talking to clients and being on the computer late at night and looking at those screens. So she wears the glasses. I haven't spoken. I'll speak to her tomorrow and see how they're actually working
Well,
out.
shout out to Red Glass person.
Yeah, red glass person, Janine. So that's one of my clients.
Shout out to Janine.
Yes. So
Fucking rate, comment, and subscribe.
So yeah, so
Don't listen to
I
this
was
shit.
trying to help her with the circadian rhythms
Yeah.
as well. Like, just you need to get your sleep right.
They
so
reckon-
I will not lose weight.
Well, they reckon that's
properly.
a big issue in
Yeah.
society now
Yeah,
because
fucking people
everyone's
don't
got
sleep.
their phone by their fucking
Yep.
bed and they're looking at their phone.
EMF,
I don't.
electromagnetic frequencies,
Yeah.
like you got fucking your phone next to you. Like
Yeah.
it does fuck with your brainwave patterns when you're sleeping at
Yeah.
night. You don't get into your proper sleep. You need to. Like, sleeping is so fucking important for body composition.
Yep.
Like, there's so many different health benefits. We don't know the extent why there's so many different studies going into sleep, but there's so many fucking benefits for it. It's not funny, but you need to be able to get into your deeper levels of sleep.
It's very still
for
misunderstood,
proper
isn't
tissue.
it?
Oh, yeah.
Sleep is still
Oh, yeah.
not
It still
understood.
is. Yep.
By the
Yep. Why we
muffins.
sleep, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But it's fucking important. If you want to drop weight, you need to sleep. Sleeping is probably the best. If you get, how much do you sleep?
I'm actually pretty good.
Okay.
Last night was horrible, but typically I get, I reckon I get about 7-8 hours solid, and I get of that I get about an hour and a half to 2 hours of actual deep classified. I've got this.
Yep.
When I go upstairs, I'll show you. I've actually got this, or what they call an aura ring.
Okay.
Which is a dedicated sleep
Oh, good on you.
ring
good that
that
you
tells
did
you
that.
all of the
Yeah?
different patterns. Yeah, it's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
I get into
Good
a
on you.
deep sleep where I think I'm being abducted by interdimensional aliens.
You're just dreaming you're Alex Jones.
That's right.
I don't remember anything.
I project Alex
Yeah.
Jones, and he says, "I was taken by interdimensional aliens, and I was transported by their saucers, and I came back as an actor and an actress like Macaulay Culkin. That was giving out the fake rabbit signal
Jesus.
as a child molester."
Jesus.
You're fucking wrong.
Yeah, I know. One last question I got for you before we wrap this up because I'm getting close to needing to do a piss.
Already?
What are we?
just
Time
starting,
flies,
aren't we?
man.
We haven't even fucking started fucking talking about strength training
Oh!
or kettlebell training.
I mean, I could go all day.
or-
Like, I've got questions about MNN and...
What? Eminem? He's a rapper.
No, NMN.
Oh.
Which is a molecule that's been devised by David Sinclair, who's a professor over at Harvard University, that is what they're seeing as like a reverse aging molecule.
Oh, wow.
So they've kind of unlocked the molecule in our bodies that is responsible for breaking down stuff.
Okay.
And when they've fed it to mice, they've had amazing outcomes for
They've
people.
gotten younger.
Well, they've lived up to 30% longer.
Okay.
Beyond their average lifespan.
Yeah, and I can, because I've got some upstairs, and Ray and I have been taking it pretty.
What is it?
It's basically a molecule, right? That when you take it, it's essentially replenishing what gets lost with age. So it's a molecule that
We're all gonna die, man.
We're all gonna
you know,
die,
like,
man.
We are.
Try and
no, it's not about living longer. What it is about is replenishing some of the energy that you were referring to.
All right.
So it's similar, like some societies might refer that as chi or whatever. What they've found is this particular molecule exists in every single particle in our bodies.
Yep.
You need to have it. If you didn't have it, you'd be dead in like an instant, in a nanosecond. But you lose it over time, which is why DNA breaks down. Which is
the
why
RNA, DNA, and you've got the telomeres on the end.
yeah.
Of it.
So what? And they've found this, and they've gone, well, if we supplement, we're actually starting to see a reversal in some of the conditions that exist, things like Alzheimer's. And,
Okay. Well, that's going back to the low low fat diets as well. Alzheimer's and aluminium and things
Aluminium,
like that.
yeah, they reckon
Aluminium's big.
the reason why
low fat diets are fucking. Just have a look at. Okay, so basically they're going on about heart disease for all these years and low cholesterol diets and statin drugs. All right, so as soon as they started introducing that stuff, okay, they still haven't eradicated heart issues. Still dying of from heart related problems. But Alzheimer's and dementia have gone through the fucking roof because they lower their cholesterol so low that their brain basically shrivels up.
Yeah.
All right. And people are getting all these fucking diseases. You know what I mean? It does my head in.
But what's their big
really.
fear with cholesterol? It's a heart
They
issue.
think that it basically
clogs the arteries.
The
up.
arteries. Yeah, right.
there's also different things.
Cholesterol is, if you've got high cholesterol, it's telling me that your body is inflamed somewhere. Your body is creating more cholesterol to try and help with the inflammation.
What could be causing
fucking anything? You could have a gut issues. You might have fucking who knows? It could be a cascade of issues in your body where your body is creating more cholesterol. All right, to basically put out the fire. So basically, elevated cholesterol generally is looking at there's inflammation in your body somewhere. Your body is not dumb. It's not going to elevate things for no fucking reason. All right. So as soon as you start stopping cholesterol, basically the inflammation is going to go right through your body. All right, there's something that's happening. Somewhere in your body you have inflammation, and your body will elevate the cholesterol in order to take care of that fucking issue.
Well, it could be the result of stress and cortisol and stuff like that.
That's
as well.
right.
Yeah.
Well, drinking too much fucking what was that? Cholesterol? What are you talking about?
Well, inflammation. The cortisol is
cortisol.
inflammation, right? It's
Yeah.
a reaction to inflammation.
Exactly, it is a reaction to inflammation.
What, a lack of cortisol or a
No, increases, right?
increasing cortisol?
And they've proven that stress increases cortisol as well.
of course it does.
Yeah.
Cortisol is your anti-inflammatory.
Yeah, so
and
what
it's your awake hormone.
So what's the issue if your cortisol levels are too high? What's the issue?
Cortisol levels are too high. Well,
Yeah.
basically you're going to start burning yourself up. You start running yourself. You start basically breaking down. You're basically trapped in a stage of fight or flight all the time.
Right.
We're not supposed to be in this chronic state of fight or flight. You're supposed to have something happen, like a fucking tiger jumps out at you.
Yep.
You get that stress response. You piss bolt.
The adrenaline
and then
runs.
the adrenaline runs.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And the cortisol. And then after that, you return back to normal. But because we've got underlying chronic stress all the time through EMFs or fucking environmental toxins, whatever, we got a chronic level of cortisol, which is always fucking going, which is basically putting us in the fight or flight, which basically all our blood runs to our arms and our legs. We don't digest our food properly. We're not thinking correctly. We're not sleeping properly. You know what I mean? So chronic stress, man,
So does it go back to your gut because
a lot of disease, like they said it 2,500 years ago, like all disease starts in the gut.
So
leaky gut
something like
syndrome.
kombucha, which I like, which you got
Yep.
me into big time.
Kombucha, yeah.
That helps in
With your gut flora.
yeah.
Exactly. So through people eating shit food, alcohol, tap water with chlorine, which kills you, pharmaceutical drugs.
Pharmaceuticals, things like your ibuprofens and
Mate,
All that
pharma-
shit.
yeah,
That
yeah.
shit's fucked up.
Yeah,
Like
that fucks
it
your- that
really
fucks your
fucks your liver. It
gut.
fucks your gut lining. It it's not good for you. Joints but your gut is so important, man. That's your second brain. It's called your enteric nervous system. All right, you know yourself. Your gut's off. Your thinking's gonna be fucking rat shit.
But you can't
that day.
move properly either, man.
Yeah, no. Well, you
everything's
shut your
fucked.
abdominal wall
Yeah.
down, so then it destabilizes your joints. Like it's so important. Like your gut is so important. Like there's so many things. Like there's so many studies on your gastrointestinal tract and how it makes the 85% of your neurotransmitters. I'm pretty sure are made in your gut, not in your brain. All right.
And so kombucha,
which is a fermented tea.
fermented things in general.
Fermented.
Right?
So kimchi.
Kimchi, love
kimchi,
it.
yeah.
Sauerkraut,
Yep,
kombucha,
yep.
kvass, kefir, anything like that, like is great for your gut.
Yeah.
All right, great for your gut. And you need to have that. You need to have, what was it, 85% good quality, good bacteria and 15% bad bacteria,
Yeah.
whatever. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You need to have a good ratio.
Yeah.
Most people have it inverted.
Yeah.
They've got that much crap in their
Yeah.
guts. They
But
put
there's
so
so
much
many
shit in their
natural.
stomach.
There's so many natural alternatives to getting good bacteria introduced.
And you should have an
into your-
array of. You should not just rely on one like kombucha. You have some sauerkraut one day, on kimchi another day,
sauerkraut's awesome,
kefir
man.
another
And so
day.
is-
So
and you have-
here's an interesting point, because very recently, within the last fortnight, there was a study that came out talking about autism and gut.
have a look at. There's a book, Natasha Campbell McBride, and it's called Gut and Psychology Syndrome, and it goes into everything like autism and dyslexia and all this kind of stuff. But yeah, it's
what they believe it's linked to.
Well, there's a very strong correlation between basically what they did
mental states. Like seriously, they don't even look at that. Like your psychologists and psychoanalysts and all this kind of stuff. They don't even look at the gut bacteria and how it affects mental state. Like it's fucking duh. Like see, that's the thing. Like medicine like breaks things up. It's not. It doesn't look at the body as a whole. You know what I mean? You're a cardiologist and you're a fucking rheumatologist and you're this and then no one talks to one another. But we're just all these parts. Wasn't Newtonian physics? We're a machine basically. All right. But you can't look at the parts and see how the machine works. You know what I mean? It doesn't work like that. So.
You need a more holistic approach to it.
Fucking oath you do. You know what I mean? Like you really do.
Well, I've always-
It's
Well, I've always
so much
believed handing out Ritalin to a kid that's 5 years old that's got AD.
Well, what they've
whatever
done
it is.
now,
Look at the
That's-
amount of sugar this
that
fucker's eating.
exactly.
Or, you know what I mean? Or
What's-
what's sugar? Yeah.
And
Not eating
that
fish,
is he,
etc.
Is he or she allergic to the preservatives in the food? That
Exactly.
They eat?
Yeah.
The diet has to
Exactly.
explain.
So what they've done in
behaviour.
this study is they've replaced the flora in the gut with something else. Typically, they feed the kids shit, or literally, you know, is what they do to basically get the flora back to the state that it's meant to be
And the
in
kids
that
will
balance.
just turn around.
They actually switched around. A lot of their symptoms in terms of ADHD or autism and we're talking
reversed.
like, full spectrum.
But how'd they reverse the gut bacteria? What did they use?
Well, they actually
Fermented food?
No.
Or-
They implanted it with the bacteria from another person. That was
They do that. They do the fecal.
That fecal,
you talk about?
yeah.
I've heard about that. I don't know enough about that to really comment.
Yeah.
I don't
Basically,
it's pretty gross.
my-
But if it fucking works, who gives a
My
shit?
understanding.
Did you put someone's poo in your
No,
bum?
yeah,
first?
no, I haven't. I've never thrown poo
He's
at each
spent a lot of
other.
time in
That's right.
Germany.
Yeah. Well, they're fucking good at it.
Do us.
They shit on the coffee table.
Yeah, that's right.
No,
So they're clean. The Germans are
I
clean.
think they've
They
got
must
the
be
best
very-
gut bacteria
That's
in the
right.
world. No,
Scat.
but my very limited understanding of it is that if you've got
Compromised.
colitis or a significant issue with your bowel,
Ulcerative colitis. Yep.
they will sometimes, rather than use steroids to try and suppress the immune system from attacking,
That's what they.
which is what they've traditionally
marvel
used.
of medicine.
The marvel of medicine.
Yep.
They've used a fecal material from another human being and introduced it through the colon on a patient.
Yep.
And that fecal material has reinvigorated the normal digestive abilities of the colon. That's my very limited understanding
Yeah, well,
of
basically that's what it does.
it. Yeah,
Exactly.
so
I don't know enough about it.
It's an autoimmune issue.
Yep.
These
I think autoimmune
Inflammation.
When they basically,
Yeah.
well, it's an inflammation of it, and it's usually because of an immune response.
And you know what? I had an ulcerative colitis patient, and their doctor said food has nothing to do with it.
Bullshit.
that's bullshit.
Fucking.
Okay, so I can tell you for a fact, because
are you fucking kidding me?
He's a walking
What does your
example.
digestive system do?
I'm a walking example.
He's a
So
walking
I
example.
suffered from ulcerative colitis when I was younger, to the point where I was bad. Hospitalized bad.
I used to laugh at him because I used to say he doesn't shit properly,
Yeah.
but I didn't realize he actually
How bad he was.
Yeah,
Poor,
yeah,
poor
I
little
didn't-
fuck. You're
Yeah. So for me, it was actually an allergy, and which went undiscovered for the longest time. And since fixing all of that up and being careful with,
Was it a peanut allergy?
It was peanuts.
Peanuts.
Yeah,
Peanuts.
and it fucking ripped me to shreds.
Yeah. So how are you now? How's everything?
I haven't had
How's your
any.
pipes?
I haven't had any symptoms in.
He watches what he eats though. And
I am large, but we eat. You'd actually be surprised at how healthily we eat here. We just probably eat more than we should.
Yeah, you can still eat too much of a good thing.
too
You know what I mean? Too much, and you're not moving enough. Like,
No,
you
I'm
know,
not moving at
You
all.
probably, if you just did some strength work and just put on
But
a little
yeah,
bit of
no,
muscle
but
mass.
we
and
eat very-
raise your metabolic rate.
We
like
cook
you-
every meal.
Yeah.
We stick to
We live in the mountains. It's beautiful up here. Like you can see, like
Yeah.
you've got some pride in like where you
I don't know about
Your
this
kitchen,
room.
no, your kitchen. No,
Yeah, we cook.
this room's cool. I love it. This, I like this.
That
This
down
is
here's a fucking.
This is a fucking dungeon.
There's a
dungeon of mayhem.
Mum's basement. This
right.
is what we call
Mm-hmm.
it.
No, I like it.
But it's
I like
a menagerie.
It's fucking awesome.
Of
Menageries with animals.
Yeah.
No, I call it. It's a shit of fuckery. That's what it is.
Shit of fuckery.
A cluster
I like
fuckery.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where were we again? Sorry about
Talk,
yeah,
well,
with
just
the
talk,
ulcerative
well,
colitis
yeah,
and whatever.
basically just talking about gut bacteria. I think is where it came down to, and I think
Well, they never
so
mention
important.
it though.
Like you need to take care of your
And
guts.
all
like,
these special-
like I know the big difference when I will go on a cleanse or something, and I'm using certain probiotics, and my head's so clear. And then I'll start introducing something back again. Like I might drink a couple of glasses of wine on the weekend or whatever, and then
You're
it
out of
start-
balance.
Now you can just
Yep.
you get to a point when you've been taking care of yourself physically for so long, you know like yourself to the nth degree. You know what's throwing you out.
I'll give
So
you
you're
an
finally. I'm not saying I'm finely tuned, but I'm more finely tuned than most people.
Weapon.
For most people, I am. I know how my body is and how it can move and how it feels and my mental state compared to today, compared to yesterday. What did I do? So I'm always looking at what I've done to refine, so I can always have energy yet again to chase my dreams. And that's the thing. If you got more energy, so you're just a better person. You know, that's what it comes down to. Don't be a
that's my religion, right? On one
right.
book.
There you go.
Yep.
Again, I'm the layman here, but my experience with gut flora and bacteria and wellness
Yeah.
is I can feel myself go out of balance pretty quickly for lots of reasons, which I won't go into, but you know what they are.
Yeah.
And I'll take, very simple, I'll go buy myself a remedy kombucha or something at the cafe, and I'll take that, and I feel like I go back into balance.
Yep.
Right? Very quickly.
Yeah.
The ultimate back into balance is I'll eat some of the sister-in-law's kimchi,
Yeah.
or the sauerkraut that I've got in a big jar, and that's the real...
Yeah. You just got to do it every day, even though you
But
take
sometimes I go a bit
certain medications,
too
you need
far.
to-
I go a bit too far.
and you get-
Regulate, yes. Then you get the runs.
Yeah.
That is that's the downside of it. Sometimes I'll have a...
You know, when just back it off a bit.
I
If
back
you
it
get
off,
running,
yeah.
just back it off
Yeah.
a little bit, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And
So I was
find
tell-
where it's good for you.
Yeah.
Because
So I
if
was
you-
telling you on the way up, you said, I forgot to get you a kombucha, and I'm like, don't worry about it, dude. I had one yesterday, and I was starting to get the runs again.
Yeah.
So today I'm having a day off.
Yeah, every
I
second
won't have
day.
it.
If I have it every day,
Yeah.
I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
See, I'm fine. I can have a bottle every day, and I'll make my own. And mine's like fucking
Yours
vinegar.
is fucking
Yeah,
rocket
mine-
fuel,
I love
man.
It. I love like really strong, like
Yeah.
acidic, like almost apple cider
I
vinegar.
remember Dad.
kombucha.
Dad used to.
Oh,
He
fucking
probably
love
still
the
does.
shit.
Did we ever
It's
tell you
like bubbling, like
But we-
with
did
little
we tell you about the
fucking
old man?
creatures in it?
The old man's the biggest fucking kombucha advocate as well. He's like
Yeah,
the
well,
world
didn't
ambassador
you get him
of it.
onto it? Because
We got him onto it, yeah, because I said to him,
He had issues, didn't he? Had some
he's
gut
always
issues or
had,
something?
you know what?
He's always had gut issues.
I'll tell you the story with him. This is no
Digestive
bullshit.
issues?
Yes,
Was
I'll
it?
tell you
Yeah.
the story. When I was a kid, he went to Singapore for work, and he was eating the food there, of course.
Yeah.
And he got
He
he
got a parasite.
got a parasite.
Yeah.
And
I did in Vietnam too, so
Yep.
fuck me
And
sideways.
and he went and had every test under the sun, and they said, "I'm sorry, but you're going to be stuck with it." And I said,
Bullshit. You can
well,
get rid of it.
but that's what they told him.
Of course
and
I did. You'll never get over it. You'll have to have fucking medication for the rest
Yep.
of your life.
Yep.
Fuck
But
off.
anyway, I said to him, "Why don't you just try this shit?" And it's almost like a soft drink, Dad. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like it's the cheater's way of having it, but it's still effective.
Yeah.
And he had it, and I said, "Now listen, you got to go into it knowing that if you take it, one bottle isn't going to be the magic potion. It's got to be over a period of time. You know what I mean? And then you'll feel yourself go into balance." And sure as about a month or two, he rings me up. He goes, "Man, I'm telling you, I've never felt better.
Now he hunts down different types.
Now he's hunting
What's
down.
what's he on at the moment?
Oh,
Which one?
fuck.
Oh
me.
fuck! He'll go to Aldi. He'll go and go. It's on special.
The Audi one's pretty good.
Yeah, well, like the $2,
Audi is
$2.69, the ginger one that I was drinking on
Yep.
the way up
Yeah.
there. That's all I drink.
That's
The
the
other
one-
one's like the. I don't think anybody drinks the raspberry one. Whatever the fuck they have.
No,
there, but
I like the
Everyone
ginger.
just flogs
Yeah.
the ginger. So you go in there, it's like fucking ginger.
I don't like ginger, but
Oh,
you're
but I love.
you're
I've always
weird.
loved
I'm a
ginger
weirdo.
beer. Yeah.
But
Oh,
he-
yeah, I love ginger.
but
It's just like having ginger beer.
Yeah, it's what it is,
fucking
like a
good for
ginger
you. How
beer.
good
But
it's
he
like
fucking-
cheating.
Yeah.
It's like I'm drinking Coke again.
but it is cheating. It is fucking cheating.
Yeah.
You know
It's
there is a
like
Coca-Cola flavor too.
bullshit.
Coca-Cola flavor.
Well, not made by Coca-Cola. Aldi has a Coke flavor.
A cola flavor.
Oh,
cola
it's a cola
flavour.
one. I think that's the.
It's actually
I know
pretty-
which one it is, but
It's
yeah.
pretty shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it tastes like medicine.
But
Yeah,
I
There's some of them are fucking shit.
some of them I don't like the flavor.
There's some
and-
good ones. There's one up here called Herbs of Life.
Mm-hmm.
Herbs of Life
That's a
is
good
the
one
one
up
up here in the Blue Mountain. Shout out old mate and the Herbs of Life for the Blue Mountains.
Old mate.
Yeah. So he's been doing that for his ones are quite good.
We had one up there one day.
Yeah, you can get the lemon and lime. You can
nice.
get the turmeric and ginger.
Yeah.
You can get.
Well,
You had some gay one,
I had a
peach
gay
one or
one.
something. That's right.
I had some fucking poof one. Oh, can't say that.
I can't say that.
Can't
It's
say
all right.
that. Too late. Shout out to all those. No, sorry, can't say that. Fuck this modern world. No, but he's a big advocate now of it.
Yeah.
But it got to the point where he got his mum, my grandmother, who's fucking 94 this year,
Yeah.
got her onto it. And of course, she's a little old Italian lady. She thought it'd been a magic potion.
no.
She had one.
Didn't work.
She. I'd not lie.
I don't feel ready.
I don't
not
feel-
lie.
You say to her, "How are you, Grandma?" "I'm very sick in the stomach. I don't feel good." And she'll have it, and then she'll go, "I no like."
And that's it.
That's
She's
it.
shut the
Fucking
door.
dead,
I'll go back
right?
to my doctor.
And
He
I
knows
said,
all.
I
It's
said
all
to
right.
Dad, "Did you explain to her that she needs to take it over a period of time?" Because I fucking did, but she won't listen.
It's all right.
She's
Old
looking
school.
for the magic bullet. You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
magic.
Well, that's most people.
And it won't work. But I'll tell you now from experience, I can feel it when I've been lazy
So
with
it's
it.
helped your dad. It's helped you.
It's helped me. It's helped him.
Helped you.
I typically do
Fucking
more.
help me.
I do more kimchi
He
than
does.
I do.
He's
Yeah.
got his wife cooks the kimchi, so why not? You know what I mean?
Do you
And
ferment, how long do you ferment it for?
It doesn't take very
Doesn't
long.
take that long.
Take like you. Well, I like it when it's been there for about a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually leave my sauerkraut for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Well, the
Fucking
Koreans
good to
have the
go.
way they stick them in the clay pots under the ground for like years.
Yeah.
Do they?
Fuck.
Fuck, that'd be like rocket juice.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
I need
dead.
to get me some of that shit next time I'm in Korea.
Oh, but my only concern is when it's
That's why
that
K-pop's
brutal.
so good. Fucking K-pop.
Yeah, but when it's that brutal, my ass can't take it, man.
Tell your boyfriend to slow down.
Love. Oh. A boyfriend with a limp dick is not a good boyfriend at all.
Is that guy I used to work with?
That's right.
Boyfriend.
Boyfriend. Shout out to boyfriend.
Oh dear.
So what else have you got to ask the weapon?
I don't know, man. Well, you sort of.
We haven't even talked anything about training, but we'll probably do another podcast, I reckon. What do you reckon, boys?
No, I'm anytime.
I kind of need to do a piss, so I'm okay to wrap it up, to be honest.
Oh, you're fucking soft.
Oh, I know.
Isn't he soft?
Bad
He's
gut
what a-
bacteria.
You know what?
He's
I
got
got-
bad gut bacteria.
I got a limp
That's
dick fucking bladder.
I reckon he's got
Right.
a prostate thing going on down there.
No, it's clean, mate. I'm telling you now, I'm the fucking most scanned human being on the planet.
You are
Those fuckers can't find anything there. It's clean, I'm telling you now. The only problem is, I just wish the dick that was attached to the
cyst.
prostate
It's the
wasn't a
cyst.
fucking
It's
cyst.
called a cyst.
That's
Right.
what Bixby Vision said it is.
That's right. Yeah,
Have-
anything else?
Anything else? Have we said anything we wanted to
slinging
say?
shit about?
No. I think
Because we haven't talked about, you're right,
That's
your
all right.
kettlebells, and we haven't talked about any of that bullshit.
Training, yeah. It's
We
all right.
haven't.
We will try. We'll cover that.
All right,
It's
okay.
all right.
Have
We
we
can,
said it?
We'll do a couple.
Okay. Have we said anything we wanted to say?
I think that's a good timing. Look at that. It's exactly an hour and a half.
Weapon, you said anything you wanted to say? There's plenty more. Before we do wrap this particular podcast up, do you want to plug anything? Do you want to give out your website of your studio? Do you want to do any shout-outs?
Oh,
Shout out to Len. Shout out to...
Michelle, my girlfriend, who is the brains behind Encompass Movement and Yoga.
You'd be fucked without her.
Yeah, pretty much. would be.
Ooh.
Is that everything we wanted to say?
Yeah. Oh well, as I said, we didn't really cover a
We
lot
will in
about
the next one.
what I actually do in the studio. It was more just slinging shit. But yeah, if you want to get in contact with us, yeah, basically go onto our website at
I'll put a link. Don't worry.
Encompass Movement and Yoga down in Emu Plains, Old Bathurst Road. Michelle will take care of you.
The weapon will tell you to go get fucked.
Yeah, probably. Pay me, you.
I dropped my golf clubs, you fucking... We're done.
Done.
Thank you, Weapon, for coming in. Thank you, Jason Relaxation, for being you. Don't go or changing. I've been Retro Dan, as always, and I'm very fucking got a gut problem because I need to take a shit and a piss at the same time. That's the prostate.
It'd be like South Park where they're shitting, pissing, and
Yeah, that's
vomiting
right.
in the same.
That's right, that's me.
Yeah.
I was watching South Park yesterday.
What was that? How'd that?
Oh, that was...
what did he do? Was there a virus or something?
What was that?
Shitting
I
and
was-
vomiting at the same time. What was that?
That wasn't
I've
the
actually
World-
had that happen in real life.
Was that the World of Warcraft episode where they...
Maybe.
That was the...
Man.
Man!
Shit bag.
This has been Invert the Way, Captain's Log Start 8, fucking episode 12.1.5. Thank you, Weapon. Thank you, Jason Relaxation.
man.
I'm sorry I ranted about fucking fitness. I've been a fat prick since 1975. It's a rabbit hole I can't get out of. I can't help it. I got to improve everything else in my life, like why I got a bad gut and big fat boobies and everything else in my fucking life. And you know what else you can do, you fucking monkeys? You can roll it.